Hi, my name is Dan Keller and I'm the elementary school principal of Saigon South International School. Welcome to the 2021-2022 school year. This video is an overview for Curriculum Night, and the purpose of Curriculum Night is to give you, parents, information about how to best support your child during this academic year. So again, welcome to our 2021-2022 school year Curriculum Night. I'd like to take a moment to thank Dr. Katrina Moran, who is our head of school, for providing leadership to our school during this challenging time. And I would also like to thank Ms. Melanie Sylvester, the elementary assistant principal, for her tremendous support during this time of launching our school year in virtual school. But I'm pleased to announce that the school year is launched. We have deployed hardware to students and staff throughout the city. We have created the Google Calendars. We have links to the Zoom meetings that are working. The class lessons have begun. The administration is doing drop-in visits to observe the virtual school lessons. Here are some screenshots in the upper right-hand corner of a grade 4 math lesson, Mark Edwards, and in the bottom right-hand corner, a grade 5 lesson on working in teams and collaboration with Ms. Shauna Carnahan. So the school year has begun and virtual school has launched. What we will be doing today is revisiting this idea of the school year is like a long hiking trip to the top of a mountain. And as we climb that mountain, typically we do that in the route that we call physical school. And we are currently aware of another route that we call virtual school. We get to the same place, but it is a different trail. And it is a trail that maybe is not the most popular for most people, but it does end up getting to the same place. And if we have to switch back and forth between these two trails, then we will have transition days to go back and forth. But we also have a third trail, and this is the trail that we call remote learning. And this is for students who, for a variety of reasons, may not be able to participate in either physical school or virtual school. Now, for tonight, where are we going on this hike? I'd like to share with you some improvements to the overall curriculum, and then discuss improvements to virtual school, improvements to our remote learning program, and improvements to our physical school program, looking forward to the day when our students can come back onto the campus. To begin with, let's look at improvements to the overall program for this school year. First, I'd like to explore some improvements to our English as an Additional Language program, our EAL program. This is for our multilingual learners. The first is we have created a new position, which is the EAL program coordinator. Ms. Ceci Galvez Gomez is our program coordinator. She has been an EAL teacher in the past, and we are really thrilled to have this new position created where Ms. Ceci will be providing coordination to the teachers across all of the grade levels who are teaching EAL, and to make sure that the students' experience as they go from grade to grade in the EAL program is seamless. We also have made an improvement in the EAL program this year by ensuring that students who receive EAL services are also able to be included in Vietnamese classes. This is something that in the past they had to miss out on even though all of their peers were participating. But through some of these improvements, our EAL students will be able to receive services and also learn Vietnamese at the same time. Which leads us to some improvements in the Vietnamese program. One of the first is that for the first time we are now introducing formal Vietnamese instruction in the early childhood program 2 periods per week, and that is now written into their schedule. And to bring into alignment the kindergarten program, they will also be moving to 2 periods per week in kindergarten for Vietnamese instruction. And as mentioned, all students now in elementary, from EC all the way through grade 5, will be able to participate in our Vietnamese program, even students who receive EAL services. Another improvement to our overall curriculum this year has to do with the information literacy standards. We can think of information literacy as a combination of some of the library research skills that students learn, as well as some of the technology skills that students learn. In previous years, we have had library classes and we have taught technology skills, but we did not have explicit standards that were being taught and assessed and reported. But this year, we have reached a new level where we will now be intentionally and explicitly teaching, assessing, and reporting on information literacy standards so that students and parents know how well your child is developing these very important skills. A similar improvement has to do with health standards. In past years, we have been teaching health, but now we are also going to be explicitly teaching, assessing, and reporting on the health standards so that students and parents know how well your child is learning about the subject area of health. And another improvement to our overall program has to do with the area called wellness. And one of the significant improvements that we have created to the overall program has to do with resources for parents. We've been sharing this website in a variety of different presentations to parents because we want parents to know that if they go to this website, the SSIS Health Counseling and Wellness website, there are valuable resources there that parents can do with their children. And in virtual school, this can be particularly valuable for activities that children and parents can do to practice wellness during break times in their schedule, or even when there is play time scheduled, like outdoor play and recess breaks. There are great skills and activities here for everyone to practice. Now, let's look at improvements to the virtual school program. One of the improvements that has happened this year with virtual school has to do with the area of technology supports. I want to particularly thank our instructional technology department and our instructional coach for technology, Dave Curran, for all of the work that they have done to help parents. And in particular, there have been a large number of tutorial videos that were recorded and shared with parents to walk them through all of the various steps to make sure that the technology is running to start virtual school. Another improvement that we have done this year in the virtual school program is switching from Google Meet to Zoom. While it has been a little bit of a learning curve for everyone involved, Zoom has two distinct advantages to it. One is it has more teaching features that teachers are able to use while teaching virtual school, and it may also help with challenges related to bandwidth, and it can help teachers more easily see their students and hear them during virtual school sessions. A third category for improvement during virtual school has to do with the early childhood program. As mentioned before, we are now introducing Vietnamese during early childhood, and that happens at the last period of the day. There is this extra period at the end of the day, sometimes for Vietnamese and sometimes an extra period with the homeroom teacher. But either way, the children have had one extra period added at the end of the day. The early childhood teachers have also added extra parent supports so that as parents are wondering how to best support their children during virtual school, the early childhood teachers are making themselves more available and reaching out for that connection. Now let's look at the kindergarten program. Again, we've added an extra period at the end of the day. Sometimes it is for homeroom and sometimes it is for Vietnamese language instruction. The kindergarten program has also added a unique feature for specialist classes during the kindergarten virtual school program, where students have choice about when to participate in which specialist activity. And also, the kindergarten teachers have provided extra parent supports so that parents can reach out and connect to the kindergarten teachers to learn more about how to help their youngest learners participate successfully in virtual school. We have also improved our programs for students who need some extra care during virtual school. In particular, we have developed some systems for rapid response to reach out to families whose children are having challenges, or if the adults are having challenges getting some of the systems set up. We are quickly launching ways for our staff to reach out to those families individually and make sure that they are getting the extra care needed to help virtual school become a success. I want to again share that when we're thinking about virtual school, there are many times when parents may have some questions or concerns. If these relate to a particular lesson or assignment or subject area, please contact directly your child's homeroom teacher or their specialist teacher. If you have some concerns related to technology, please contact Dave Curran, who is our instructional coach for technology. If you've got concerns about yourself or your child's personal or social emotional development or wellness, please feel free to contact our elementary counselor, Lance Paul, or our school psychologist, Jacob Humes. And if you have other questions related to virtual school, I want you to please feel free to contact me or Ms. Melanie Sylvester, and our emails are listed there below. Now let's look at some of the improvements that have happened to the remote learning program. One of the improvements has to do with the expanded role of this program. In the past, last year, when we created this program, it was really designed as an alternative to physical school for students who couldn't get onto the campus. But now we have a different situation where we are running virtual school, but we've got some students around the globe who are in such different time zones that participating in virtual school would be difficult for them. So now we have expanded the role of remote learning to help families, whether we are in virtual school or physical school. If they can't participate in one of those programs for a variety of reasons, we have the remote learning program there to help support them during these challenging times. We also have a certificated teacher who is now launching the remote learning program this year. Ms. Sarah Bauer was a grade 5 teacher at our school for the past many years, and she is making a number of improvements to build on the successes that we had last year in the remote learning program. One of those significant improvements is the remote learning program website, which has a variety of resources, and it's basically one location to help everyone with organization and to figure out where to go and for what resources they need. We have also made the remote learning program a little bit more flexible this year to individually support families with whatever their special needs are. And so whereas last year it was our first time creating the program, now as we have improved it and enhanced it, we're able to be more flexible to make sure that we can meet families' needs. As a reminder, when we look at the different time zones around the world, virtual school is best suited for students that are currently in Vietnam or nearby time zones. But for people that are in other places around the world, we think that the remote learning program is better suited for you. And we can put you in touch with Ms. Sarah Bauer, who can then work with you to help provide the necessary supports so that your children can continue to learn all of their academics during the school year in the most appropriate way. Now let's look at some of the improvements to the physical school program, because we all can't wait for the opportunity to welcome students back onto the campus. One of the improvements when we do resume physical school has to do with wellness. We have improved the schedule for the classes this year by scheduling one period per week where homeroom teachers will lead their children in specific wellness activities. We also have made a number of facilities improvements during the summer when construction could occur. You'll be able to see when you finally do get to be back on campus that we have updated the main entrance doors to the elementary buildings. We also have new paint in the classrooms. We also have extended the Dragon Hill project. It's 50% complete, and we're looking forward to the rest of it being completed once construction can resume. Children will be very excited about this opportunity when they're out on recess. We have also installed acoustic panels in some of the new music classrooms so that it is better acoustically for listening to the music, easier for the students to hear the teacher and for the teacher to give instructions, and it's better for everyone's auditory health. So, in summary, we have shared with you improvements to the overall curriculum for this year, improvements to the virtual school program, improvements to the remote learning program, and improvements to the physical school program. This helps you understand some of the large changes that have happened this year to continue to improve our elementary curricular program for your children and to support your family. Now, you will be able to have a live meeting with your child's homeroom teacher to learn more about their particular grade level and how to start the year with success. I want to thank you all very much for listening to this message, and thank you for choosing Saigon South International School.